We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again.
In Alton Towers you will find you can leave your cares behind. Here's a new world just for you. There's so much to see and do. It's the only place to be. Fun for all the family at Alton Towers now.
Welcome to part 4 of my Alton Towers. Wow, part 4 already, eh? Wow, the weeks are going fast, aren't they? It's like a month ago. Before I do start though, I want to say that I have plans to carry this on after episode 7, but in a different kind of format, because I want to cover other things. There's lots of things on YouTube, Alton Towers related, like old commercials and people's vlogs and that kind of stuff. So I want to look at some of them and just analyse and just review and just like chat about it and just not review but react to them and stuff like that. So this will carry on a bit further, but it won't be part of the series. It'll be like a separate entity kind of thing. Also, if you're interested in Alton Towers and this kind of stuff and you like these videos, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, tap the notification bell. It'll be every Sunday, so but in the week there'll be other vlogs as well. So I want to give a few shout outs to some old stuff I used to work with Alton Towers, like Kevin, Jossie, Jason Brown, damn good manager, can't fault him. And there was Bart, there was Sean, there was Tasha, Chris Broad, lots and lots of people I work with, and I know I can't shout them all out, but thank you so much for making my Alton Towers experience working there fantastic and a memory I'll never forget. The reason I'm doing these videos is it's the biggest part of my life, 2003 to 2007, and I want to share them and I want to keep the memories going. To me, I'll never get a job as good as that again. It's just one of them things. So thank you if you're watching this, thank you. I do make some bullet points and some information on the phone, so I'll refer to them now and again. My memory ain't that good. It's like last time I read a few things that I've forgotten about. It was like, wow, okay, I forgot about that. So first of all, this is another one I've forgotten as well. The beginning of last season, I didn't go for the job interview because I naturally thought that I already had the job. So so there's a lot of mix-ups, but I did get an interview and I passed already, so that's alright. But in 2005 I went for the job interview and I got the job again, which was good. I did it properly this time. This season, 2005, they wanted us to work in the shops as well as the games, so we were trained up, blah blah blah. I never got to work in the shop, so but it was another option for us if we needed to. A few of the staff did, but they kept me on the game list because they knew that I was good at the games. It was interesting because we got to learn the tills, got to learn that kind of stuff. Cred Street, I've mentioned Cred Street before. It's where Tweenie Theatre used to be and that kind of stuff, and it's the kids area, so the games were centred around the kids, but they redid them and it was a lot better, a lot more friendlier, better toys kind of thing. So that was one of the biggest changes. Also, the other big change was Rita, Queen of Speed.
Sometimes your memories are all you got. Make sure they're good ones. Like being launched from 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds on the new Rita, Queen of Speed ride at Alton Towers. Make some great memories. You might need them someday.
She was up and ready in April. A few weeks before that, I was in the Stegosaurus at the bottom of Auckland, which was shut off because they were still finishing off Rita. And one day Blue Peter come on park. Yes, Blue Peter. And I was in Auckland. I was in the Circus Sauce for Balloons Up. Then we came out. I chatted to the Blue Peter cast. It was fantastic. What it was is Blue Peter badge winners got to go on the ride that day just to test it out, and Blue Peter were filming it. And it was quite interesting seeing them filming it, and just chatting to Simon and Zoe. It was just weird. It was surreal because watching on TV, and that was one of the most surrealist kind of things. But it was the best thing about it was Auckland was fenced off, and the amount of people staring at the fence, staring at Blue Peter, and they couldn't get in, and I had to go backwards and forwards out the fence and back again, and people were stopping me going, what's happening? I go, and I thought, I can't tell you that, I've got to go. But it was the thrill of doing that was like, I felt quite powerful. Like, yeah, I know something you don't know. But no, it was great fun. It was good. Totally surreal. Also, it was the first year I was on Dino Derby a lot, even though it still kept breaking down a lot. But it was right next to Rita, Queen of Speed. So when people were coming off Rita, I was chatting to them, going, "What do you think? What do you think of it? What do you think of the ride?" And everyone was just like hype and going, "Wow, that was brilliant," kind of thing. And I asked a question to a few of them, going, "Why do you like the ride so much?" And they goes, "Just the thrill of knowing that something could go wrong." And I know years later, smiler and stuff. So my heart goes out to them. And it was just like, okay, I don't do rides. I do the water rides, the River Tanya Canyon, River Rapids, that kind of stuff. I do them, no problem, but not the fast rides. I know working at the theme park, but I was always interested in listening to screams and people going a bit mad. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but there was a system called Magic Miles for the staff. What it was, when you did a good job, when you do good on your game, good on whatever you are, the rides and stuff, you gain Magic Miles, which is a point system. And when you get to 50 Magic Miles, you can claim a £10 High Street voucher to use in High Street, of course. And I think I won quite a few of them actually. It was quite good, and what I can remember anyway. And that was just a nice incentive system for the staff, for creating these magic moments for Magic Miles. And it was a job motivation because you got rewarded for being nice, even though most people working there were naturally nice anyway, so it was like just a bonus. Also, they gave me a new role in Auckland, like the Dino Derby. All the games had to have presentation, as in toys presented around it, fastened to the walls, fastened to the nets on the basketball. They had to be well presented so people would actually come and play the game. So my main one was Dino Derby. It was trying to make it pleasant to look at when you walk past. You can see all these toys, but the one trick I learned was making the toys stare at the customers, so eye contact. I know they're only toys, but toy eyes, eye contact, that drew people in. So when I put toys, I made sure they were staring right out, so when people walked past, it looked like toys were staring at them, to that, and it brought them in. Psychological thing, I suppose. So I did that quite a lot. I'd have days when I was good at it, days when I couldn't do it, kind of thing. But it was interesting. I'll go through some of the days, the important days. Day 11, April the 1st, Rita was finally open, but Rita kept breaking down a lot, wasn't it? Yeah, it was quite interesting. There was one thing that I did see, which is a bit squeamish, but I was working on Upbackshire, and you see the ride going round, and then there was one point where there was this pigeon sitting on the brake part, and I'm thinking, if he doesn't move, he's going to get a bit decapitated. And it was facing the wrong way. The car come along, slowed down, and then it ran over the pigeon, and you saw the head go one side and the body go the other, and it was like, for the next half hour there were feathers flying around the park, and I thought, I wish I didn't watch that, I wish I didn't see that. That was quite horrific. But there was a net below, and I can imagine the people in the queue for Rita got a bit blood splattered. God, ooh, dear me. So yeah, so that was quite, and that happens a lot. So, but if the pigeon just turned around, he would have flew away, and but he didn't, did he? It's also the year that the Rock shot and saber-tooth shy, which I talked about in the last vlog, vanished because it was made way for the Rita Queen of Speed shop. So that we lost 2 games completely. So yeah, that was it. That was quite mad. But we did have a new one on loan, which was called Robogeddon, and I'm going to show some video footage, but it's not from Alton Towers, it's from somewhere else, but it's the same game, so I'll show some footage. What I loved about it was a time when you had the robot game on TV, where robot fighting kind of thing, great to operate, because you could, when no one was there, you could just give it a go, but you had to go into the arena, change your batteries, and we learned all that, how to fix it if it goes wrong and stuff. So, but it was like quite interesting, because the people who played it were mainly kids, but it was these adults who really buzzed on adrenaline by all this like robot fights and stuff. It was but it was a great thrill to operate, because you had the microphone, you commentate on it, and it was like, and as commentator who's winning and losing, it was just not to have been there to see it, I think. Well, we had that for quite a while for this season actually. It wasn't ours, we just hide it out, and that was kept by Hex and the King 6. So the days I was on Robogeddon, I was blooming happy. I was really happy. The main purposes was, it was 4 players, and I had the control panel, massive control panel, and there was like 4 spaces at each corner where people could play. So most of the time it was just full. It was full. But yeah, the batteries didn't last long in them, so every hour I think I had to change the batteries. But there was a compartment in the middle where you put the batteries in, and then you charge up, you take the ones out to put in the robot, so you're constantly changing the batteries, put them in and out, So the season was really good. It's definitely, because it was my 3rd season, and the management, all the other managers showed more respect, because I come back, they talk to you, ask how you are. Even the big managers, when they walk round, it was just, you felt part of something that was magical. It was awe-inspiring. How do you say it? But yeah, it was just, I just didn't want it to end. I wanted to mingle with the management all the time, because it was just felt so good. That's when you knew that it's so easy to progress. Every year you go there, you can progress if you showed the willingness and showed you're working. I think no problems. You haven't caused any problems. You haven't been on the bad side of anything, done anything wrong. You're always polite, nice, do your work. Yeah, you'll get noticed there. Yeah. So that was 2005. There was a lot more going on. The fireworks were even better. I love the fireworks because I'll show a clip that's not from me but someone else, because I never had any recording equipment in them days. It was too expensive. Like the phones had only just got cameras, and the quality wasn't that good, but I couldn't afford it, so I've only got photos from an old 35mm camera which I'm putting on. I just wish I had the technology now. I wish I could have been a vlogger in them days, because I would have been successful by now. But yeah, fireworks were great. They had themes to it, and music, and the theme depending on what ride. I think this is Rita. Generally, the year, it represented the year that had just gone. Like the Rita Queen of Speed and Spinball Wizard and stuff like that. I mean, that kind of stuff. So let me know if you like these videos. I know I'm mumble on a bit, but there's so much. I'm trying to compress so much into a little space. If I talk about the whole season, it'll be about 2 hours, 3 hours, but I don't want to bore you to death that way. So I'm just trying to narrow things down, the diary down to the most important, most precious parts. There were bad times as well. It wasn't just whistles and great. There were times as well where it wasn't nice place, but 99% of the time it was fantastic. Yeah, Anyway, I'll leave you to it. I shall see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, give me some questions to answer in episode 7 if you want to. If not, I'll dig some out from somewhere and answer some random questions. Let me know what you think of this vlog if you've seen it this far. Thank you. See you in the next one.